Hello everyone and Happy New Year! Welcome back. My name is Lily and I'm the creative director here at Bubblegum Cartoons, and today we will be animating part of Sophie's Picnic Panic, which is an animated short that will go along / after the pilot episode. So after the pilot episode airs, this is a little animation short. It's about like 6 minutes right now, I believe, 5-6 minutes, and it's kind of to give you a better idea of like the mood of the show. It's not an episode 2, it's more of like an accessory onto the show that gives you more of that like magical girl fun like monster of the week feel that the show's gonna have, because the pilot episode doesn't really have any magical elements to it. It's just kind of like the monster element. So yeah, this short is super duper fun. I started a very long time ago. Animation production does take a while, especially when you're doing it all by yourself. So in this part of Sophie's Picnic Panic, Sophie has created a cheesecake for the monster to slip on. The whole like joke of the show is that she gets these magical girl powers, but they're totally completely useless, so she has to get creative and use them in really inventive ways to save the day, rather than just having a magical rod that'll just be like a save all no matter what. So here she has cheesecake powers. I designed the monster to be like really top heavy and have a large eyeball, that way she could like hit him in the eye with stuff, or he would fall over easily because he's top heavy. So yeah, here I'm having her like create the cheesecake. So she kind of just like uses her hands to magically make a cheesecake. And so this one I decided to be raspberry, since she's popping out of a strawberry cheesecake. I want to make sure they're like a little different, so I'm making it like appear out of nowhere. So the idea was, so I made the initial what the cheesecake will look at the end, and then I made the animation grow from there. So I start off with like a little like cheesecake ball, and then it's gonna kind of like move out like a crescent shape, and then it's gonna pop out into the cheesecake. And what I like to do here is I like to make it really like bounce, and then once it like really comes out and really like creates itself, it's gonna like have a squash and a bounce and a stretch, because yeah, it looks super cute that way. So it kind of has this bowing and everything like that, because you don't want to just like kind of make a cheesecake and then just like grow it out in size, because that's no fun. You want it to like explode and bounce and jiggle and all that fun stuff. So yeah, here we're creating the cheesecake bounce, and even the like whipped cream on top becomes like really fun and like really springy. And so does the oh, here comes the raspberries, creating little raspberries. Yeah, I went a little extra on this with like the shine and stuff like that on the raspberry sauce. So yeah, here's a cheesecake animation. So a little update with the show. If I didn't mention, we're making an animated web series here at Bubblegum Cartoons. It's been in production for like years now, because animation is hard, and we're only making it with 2 people. I do all the visuals, and my friend Carolina does all of the sound and composing of all the music, and we're in like 2 different countries too, so on top of that, like the distance also makes it like take a little longer. So yeah, I'm really excited. 2020 is the year. I can feel it. We're gonna have the show in 2020. YouTube has been making it very complicated with what the heck I'm gonna do. So this is the first video I've been uploading in 2020, so we'll see if this reaches any of you guys, because I am gonna put the for kids label on it, just because there's animated things and I don't want to get like sued or whatever. Even though usually I make these videos for like the intended audience is kind of people in high school or college who are trying to learn how to animate, or people who just really like animation. It's never really intended for like anyone in particular. I just kind of made it for anyone who really just enjoys cute things or wants to learn how to do art. So it's kind of unfortunate that there's not some kind of like general audience label. There's nothing inappropriate in it, but it's not exactly like baby talk talking down to you like Dora the Explorer either, which is I think what YouTube thinks all animation is. Anyway, we'll see how this COPPA thing develops in the new year. I hope some of you found this video, because I don't know what the for kids label will do with it, but anyway, here we go, making a bouncy cheesecake. We're scrubbing back and forth here, and oh, there's Sophie. So she's creating like the magic out of her hands. So I created this new file next to the old one, that way it would the backgrounds would match up, because there's like about 8 different backgrounds for this short, like that are just like fields of grass and then the cherry blossoms behind her. This short has been super duper fun. I really, really enjoy it. It's like, it really does give you a better taste and better look of like what the show's gonna be like, because even with like the pilot, I created the pilot like 3 years ago, and you're like, oh, why did you release it 3 years ago? That's because there's so much more that goes into it, which is like the much harder part. The easy part's just making the show, and then on top of that, you have to do like composing it, you have to do like the credits, you have to find ways to like market it and build a Patreon, and then kind of see like what's the lifespan gonna be of this show and all that kind of good stuff. So it's been a lot on top of me working like an actual like art industry job as well. So this is not like all I do. Obviously I make no money from YouTube, so this is just kind of for fun. This is for your benefit, my fun. So yeah, my YouTube journey has been kind of weird. I think we've been here for about 3 years now, and this new Kappa thing's gonna be a new adventure, so that's fun. But this year, I'm feeling it. It's coming out. I hope you guys like it. I showed it to some of my friends who work at like Cartoon Network and Disney TV, and they liked it a lot. They think it's really cute, and I think that was really sweet. They said it would probably do really well on YouTube, which is really, really sweet of them. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it is pretty silly and girly, and it's just like a lot of fun. Like I always say, it's just a show I wanted to exist and something I wish was on TV when I was a kid, and so I had the time and the resources and the means to do it, so I did. And I hope you guys feel the same. If you guys have this show like in your head that you want to do, I really encourage you to do it. This has been such a great journey, and it's been such a good like confidence boost for me, because I feel like it shows I can really do anything I want, and you know, whatever's happening in your life, you still have this like piece of your portfolio, or you have this piece of like art that you got to do for you. So I've been really enjoying like this whole journey. You guys have been really making it like really, really awesome too. Like all the feedback you guys give me, like, oh, I think this would really make your backgrounds come alive. I really feel like if you added this, it would really make this thing pop. Like, you guys have been so incredibly positive and such a great influence on the show, and it wouldn't have been the same without you. And I'm really, really grateful to have you guys here and be with me doing this whole show shindig. It's really interesting when they were talking about like people who animate on YouTube, or YouTube animators, which is all YouTube story times, which is interesting. People have asked me like, oh, are you gonna do YouTube story times? And honestly, I don't really know if my life's all that interesting or you guys would like to see it. And I feel like it's a ton of work. First of all, people are like, oh, it's not really animated, or these people should fix their animation. It's like, it's more story than animation. It's almost like a fun story time, someone who tells a story in a really interesting way, and then on top of that they kind of have like moving pictures, not so much like full animation. And it's not really for me, not quite yet, and I feel like if I did do that, all that production would take away from what I really want to do, which is my TV show. And I really, when I was thinking of the categories that YouTube was trying to like put us in, I have no idea like what kind of channel I am. I don't know any other channel that like makes a TV show and is eventually gonna show it. Please link them if you have any, because I don't base my channel's like organization or aesthetics off of anyone else's really. I just kind of went out and did it. I'm like, I think this kind of visual would pull me in. I feel like these kinds of colors would be really exciting. I know like Vivzy Pop does Has Been Hotel, which came out recently, and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know how she did that in such a short amount of time, but she also has like a whole crew on and everything like that. She has so many followers because she is a wonderful animator, and she did like a lot of like music video animations and stuff like that. So I don't really know who anyone else does a thing like I do, really. But I would definitely love to see more like indie animation studios on YouTube. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know, because it would be great to see other people trying to attempt also making a show, because it's pretty wild. It's really fun, but I'm not going off of anything, you know. I'm sure other people do this all the time. I just, you know, it'd be great to see another channel that kind of attempts this sort of thing too. So here we have the monster. He's slipping on the cheesecake. It was kind of sad to ruin it after I drew that beautiful thing. So yeah, he's slipping on and he's falling backwards. And then the next scene that I animated is him, like, his eyeball just kind of like opening up in like shock. And then he falls back into the portal. Ta-da! Spoiler alert. Sophie totally saves the day. With help from Pancake because he opened the portal. Is this really spoiler territory if I show you how I animated it? I suppose it is. I'm showing you the kind of the ending. Or maybe I could do like a Little Shop of Horrors ending where like the monsters take over the world and like, you know, evil just wins. It's not really the tone I'm going for. Oh, the poor little raspberries. He's squishing all the raspberries. So definitely let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see from me in 2020. And don't just say the pilot because it's coming. It's a coming. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more speed draws, if you want to see like more of my face. I don't tend to record my face just because I don't care to. And so yeah, let me know if you want more like vloggy things, if you want to see more traditional art. I do lots of traditional art. I do paintings and all that fun stuff. If you want to see like less art related videos, if you want to see story related videos, let me know. Alrighty guys, here it is. It's like a couple seconds. Alrighty, shout out to our patrons on Patreon, of course. Impro Comics, Javier Mendez, Nadir, Nico Weaver, and Justin R. Williams. Thank you guys so much for being here. You make my dreams come true. And just a reminder that on the Matcha Latte level, I send out physical rewards where I have hand-drawn sketches that you'll receive every single month in your mailbox, sent just to you. Alrighty, and shout out to Fan Art of the Week. This is amazing. I love this so much. You sent this to me on Instagram. It is so sweet. I really appreciate that you went full color. It was super great to see your process, you guys. This person sent me like all their little steps from like initial sketch all the way to color. I love it so much. I love that you have both Pancake and Sophie in there. It's so sweet. It really, really makes my day when you guys send me fan art. And until next time, guys, stay inspired.